Today we're going to take a closer look at Nvidia. More importantly, one of the bearish points that's being discussed a lot right now, how the kind of crypto crash is going to destroy one of the revenue segments for Nvidia. So today I want to take a closer look at how the current market is being affected as we are seeing a flood of used GPUs enter the market. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button, check out the pinned comment for a lot of great links, my Discord channel, and also my new tech channel. So let's get started.
I do want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and make sure to check out fool.com/Jose to get the top 10 stocks to buy right now.
So like many of you know, Nvidia GPUs are used for crypto mining. And unfortunately, now that the crypto market is crashing, pretty much like the rest of growth stocks as well, we are seeing an influx of crypto miners selling their used graphics cards in the market. And this is kind of creating a huge flood and kind of reducing the prices. And this is kind of creating bearish sentiment towards Nvidia and other graphics card companies. And here we can see how the crypto crash is flooding the market with used graphics cards. Also, if you are curious on some stocks I'm looking at this week, make sure to check out the video above. And like we know, Nvidia makes a lot of money from consumer graphics cards. We can see the gaming segment made about $3.6 billion in its most recent quarter. So while I do believe the overall consumer market is seeing a bit of the decrease for numerous reasons and numerous headwinds due to macroeconomics events, I do believe the data center will still provide strong returns in the long term of things. I do believe there might be some quarters where maybe data centers might show some weakness, but in the long term of things, I do believe data centers will be a huge winner for this company for numerous years to come. But today we're taking a closer look at the consumer market. Here we can see this article from WCCF Tech where they mention Chinese retailers are selling AMD and Nvidia entire graphics cards lineup significantly below MSRP. Some prices have dropped over 38%. Again, these are retailer prices. I do believe it is important to look a little bit more than just the headlines, because if we take a closer look at the graph, there are a few things that we notice. First is the ones that are seeing the biggest difference in MSRP, the ones that are down over 30% are the ones that cost a lot of money. For example, the RTX 3090, which has an MSRP of roughly $2,200, is now selling 38% below its MSRP. And I do believe that the higher prices cards are the ones that are going to be affected the most. But if we take a closer look at the cards that have prices that are more, I want to say, consumer friendly, we can see the difference is not as bad. For example, the 3070 line is only down 13% below its MSRP. And I don't think it's completely bearish or completely kind of impossible to see these MSRP prices decrease, because these are graphics cards that are 2 years old in technology, and a new refresh should be coming in within the next few months. So obviously older technology should be selling below MSRP. Another example is the 3060 Ti, which is a very consumer friendly product, is only down 4.1% from MSRP. I even decided to check Newegg out, a pretty big retailer here in the United States, to see how these cards are doing. And I decided to take a closer look at the 3070. The 3070 has an MSRP of $499. Right now, the cheapest is selling at $575. I do want to say in the past few weeks, the prices have decreased. I believe I saw it about 2 weeks ago sitting a little bit closer to $600, and a few weeks before that sitting a little bit above $600. So prices are decreasing, but we can see it's not a dramatic decrease, and these are still above MSRP. And I also looked at this article from Tech Power Up, and I kind of looked at the comments, and inside the comments there was a kind of difference between consumers. Some consumers said they were okay purchasing used graphics cards that they know were meant for mining. Others said that, hey, instead of paying for a used card that was used for mining, they would rather kind of buy a new card because they don't know how the current owner took care of that card. Because to be able to mine, you have to do a few things. First, you have to make sure temperatures are always stable. Second, you have to change some things like BIOS, and some consumers are worried that unexperienced miners might have messed that up. So me personally, I am in the market for a 3000 line graphics cards, but I'm personally not going to buy a used card. I am most likely going to wait for some of these new cards to continue to drop a little bit more. Due to the huge flood in the consumer market, there are rumors that Nvidia might actually delay their 4000 series line by a few months to kind of allow the market to kind of stabilize. And as an investor, I see this as both a bullish and bearish point. The bullish point is obviously it makes sense to kind of wait for the market to stabilize. On the bearish side, right, is you do have competitors like AMD, like Intel, that are also focusing on graphics cards. And the last thing you want to do is delay your products and let some of your competitors sweep some of your customers. I don't think Nvidia would do that, but it is definitely a rumor going around. So my final thoughts, yes, I do believe the crypto crash is affecting somewhat the consumer market, but I believe the consumer market in graphics cards is seeing other things like the headwinds that we're seeing with macroeconomics. As we also saw, the cards that are being affected the most are the ones that are sitting at ridiculous MSRP prices over $1,000. The cards that are sitting at a more consumer friendly prices are still, even though they are below MSRP, are not that bad. So as an Nvidia investor, I do believe the next few quarters will be pretty tricky, but like I mentioned early on this episode, in the long term of things, I'm super bullish in this company. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.